So how do you turn someone who's a stranger or an acquaintance into a close friend? This is actually something scientists have studied. They tried to put strangers together two and two in a room, and then they tried different things to tell these people to tell each other and see what would make them the closest friend the fastest possible. And they finally developed something that's called the fast friend protocol. This was made in the 80s, and they were able to, in 45 minutes, get two complete strangers who'd never met before to identify as being close friends. So we're going to talk about how they did this, and we're also going to talk about how we can apply this in the real world. So what they did was that they had a deck of cards where they had personal questions, and this is key. The questions were just slightly personal starting off, like super slightly personal. It could be, what's your favorite color? And then they became gradually more and more personal. So after a while, it could be, do you rehearse before a phone call? And after 45 minutes, by the very end, in the bottom of this deck of questions, the questions were really personal. So it could be, have you ever experienced a death in your family, and how did you take it? So this is obviously nothing we can use in real life like this. We can't carry this deck of cards with us. But what we can do is to learn from this principle. And the principle they use is to ask gradually more personal questions. And because of that, we want to, whenever we're in a conversation with someone we want to get to know better, we want to turn the conversation into personal mode. Let's say you talk about anything. You talk about how rents are high nowadays. Then you can ask a slightly personal question about that. Where would be your favorite place to live if money didn't matter? You see what I did there? I turned a conversation that's factual and pretty boring for most people about rents into something personal, a personal conversation. And what you can do later with that person is to ask another slightly more personal question. Maybe you don't want to do it over 45 minutes time, but if you do it over a few weeks time, you will notice that you turn that person into a close friend, when for other people it would take months or years to get the same closeness. Okay, if you like this video, hit like and subscribe, and also click this link here where I have a free training where I talk more about confidence and how to build relationships and how to have a great social life.